Hello, everyone. Welcome to Back in My Day. You want to try to say it? Back in my day?
Back in my day?
Why are you so low? Why are you so quiet?
All right.
Enunciate. All right. You got to enunciate. Speak with your chest. No, roll it again. Let's do it again. Come on. This time you intro. I'll sit here.
Hey, welcome back. This is Back in My Day with Maggie and Alex.
I'm Alex. See, that doesn't feel good, right? It sucks. Guys, we are sponsored by Vertagear and Raze Energy. We would do Bunny Shop, but I don't think I could ever do a Bunny Shop ad with Maggie again. I felt disgustingly dirty last time, and she was on the website for way too long. So it was no good. Absolutely botched.
All right.
Okay. Today is the February episode. Do you say February or February?
February. What the hell? What?
February.
February. Like February. It's a month. Do you know all your months?
Spell February. Okay, I thought so.
Wait, February.
No, see now listen to me say it. February. And now spell it.
Alright, I'm done.
You'll never look at the word the same way again. So being that it's February,
it's Valentine's Day.
It's the month of Valentine's Day. It's okay. Yeah, 100%.
It's the day where single women cry themselves to sleep.
When I was a young single teenage boy, people would go V-Day's D-Day because they were all single and hated it. V-Day's worse than D-Day. So.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, we're all single and lonely.
You were all so fucked up in the head.
We were 14. Everyone's fucked up in the head at 14.
No, we're pretty mature for 14.
What?
What?
What'd you say?
We're pretty mature for 14. Now. I'm working with some 14-year-old girls and I feel like they're like my age.
That's impossible. Absolutely impossible.
No,
they all have the same they all have your mindset?
No, I feel like
so I believe
mature. They're not you know.
Yeah. You're mature.
Yeah.
Wait, are they immature for their age or are you immature for your age?
That's my
They're mature for their age.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm not immature. I'm very mature. Everyone thinks I'm in my 20s.
No. So being that it's the Valentine's Day, that season, we're going to talk about how dating and romance was back in our day.
I mean, it's still my day. It's back in his day.
Back in my day, yeah.
Stay in my day.
When you rewatch this podcast, you're like, oh, that was back in my day. And you'll be like, oh, now I'm old. You'll be a withered old woman in a rocking chair watching the old episodes.
It's only gonna be a couple of...
You're like, those are the golden days. You're like, no. Yeah. So being that I'm married and I haven't dated since 2014, yeah, my wife. Shout out.
Shout out to your family.
So there's a lot of new dating stuff that I have no clue how the fuck it even works.
Yeah, it's really. There's no such thing as dating anymore.
I don't even know what that means. You were saying that before. What do you mean there's no such thing as dating?
People don't date. Yeah. You'll have a boyfriend, but you're not dating. I mean no. Let me rephrase that.
Your boyfriend over there's I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
A lot of people now are just
Are you dating him?
Yeah, he's an exception.
So you're dating?
Yeah.
So there's dating.
I mean, yeah.
So you are wrong.
So there's a lot of more of just
uh-huh.
Let's just hang out. We'll do a little sneaky link. And then you just keep recurring that thing until one of you decides, yeah, I don't want to fuck you anymore. So then they just ghost you. Do you know what either one of those things? Sneaky link and ghost me.
I know what ghosting is. Ghosting existed for ever. Yeah. But what you're talking about is just hooking up and then
literally.
Yeah, it's hooking up. And then if there's something further, it advances to dating, or you just...
Well, it depends because, I mean, can I talk about our relationship?
I mean, sure.
Okay, cool. Like
You
for
can be
us-
vague to not be super intrusive. Like, can I say Sean did this? It's like, chill. Be vague, yeah.
For us, like, it wasn't. We didn't like. I didn't go in like thinking it was gonna be a sneaky link.
Okay,
Like-
what the fuck is a sneaky link?
A sneaky link is like, yeah, you're just gonna hit me up just to like.
A booty
like,
call.
Yeah, literally. Like
Okay.
you're just gonna hit me up and be like, yo,
I'm
can we
there.
go on a
We
late
got it.
night drive and then like we'll just go fuck and then I'm never gonna talk to you again.
Oh.
But like I kind of didn't think that was gonna happen, and that's how it just ended up happening. But there's been multiple times that like I'll get these booty calls and I'll take them. You know, it's fun.
Sean, do you want the mic? Do you want to explain dating in your age? If you want, you can hop right onto there. Hop right on next to Dan.
He's gonna Kanye.
Yeah, I see him. Yeah, I see him being like, "What is happening?" I want your input as well, because I feel like I'm getting one
Can we
confusing
talk about
side.
The definition of the sneaky link is let's drive in the dark,
And-
a lonely
Yeah,
place where you
literally.
could potentially murder me.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god!
I feel like that also existed.
On our first date, he literally thought because I took the wrong road, and he thought I was like gonna like kidnap him.
Nah, I said that as a joke.
All right. Well, there also has been other times where like I would go on sneaky links with other men, and like as a joke, I'd be like, "Are you gonna like murder me?" And they'd be like, "No," and I was just like, "All right."
Okay, yeah, go hop in,
All
Sean.
right,
Get nice and close. Get nice.
Are you basing off like what a relationship is like in our time based on your like hit and run events? Like, like I feel like you're not. I feel like you're not involving anybody else besides yourself.
I believe him.
Well, okay. All right.
wow.
Okay. Get him off the mic now. I don't like
No, I want him on. I want him on.
Sit over here for
Yeah. But you gotta
alright,
talk.
yeah,
Mike.
I am basing a lot of it off of my experiences, but also
Just because you said that you accepted a couple booty calls, and how are you gonna say that our like I don't know?
You're misrepresenting the generation.
Yeah,
That's what he's saying. Because I'm like, back in my day,
yeah,
and then
but
you'd be
I
like,
also
nah,
feel like
bro.
there's very few that will actually be like, yeah, let me take you out to dinner for a first date. Like we didn't even like. Actually,
We're getting somewhere. Okay,
Like,
Maggie, I
but
think
yeah.
you're learning about your own generation.
no, but like seriously, like there's a select few that will be like, oh, like I really want to actually take my time and like get to know you and
Okay.
like, be like, oh yeah, like I would like to take you out to dinner, you know, buy you like flowers for your first date, like come pick you up. Like there's not much of that anymore.
Well, to be fair, like when I was in school too, there were a lot of people hooking up as well. But you still had like, oh, this is the girl I like. This is the girl I'm kind of like shooting after. So let me try to like talk to her, have conversations, build a relationship. And then depending on how the relationship is, it's either, oh, we're hooking up or, oh, we're going to actually date. I'm going to take you out somewhere. We're going to do something, you know, but there were still people who were like, oh, all I want to do is like fuck around and like have sex. But
Yeah.
not everybody, I don't
But
think
I feel
is.
like there's a select few.
I feel like what Maggie's saying is because of like, all right, like Snapchat being around nowadays.
Yeah.
You don't really got to know the person. You got to snap them a couple of times, and then you can say like, "Do you want to link up?" And if they say yeah, and if something happens, right, and you don't even feel a vibe from them or whatever, and
Yeah.
you guys do something, it's much easier to just ghost without really knowing them. and
Oh,
just,
wow.
You know what I mean? You don't gotta like hit them up as much.
No, that's crazy. Yeah, no, definitely
I
for
feel like because
well, maybe I'm wrong. But
I don't know. Like, what'd you guys have when you were going to school? Social media.
Facebook
wise?
anxiety.
texting was like, bro, texting was like invented
So it's
when I
like
was in
just,
school.
like, text messages. Like, was
Yeah.
MySpace around?
MySpace was around later though.
Oh, a
So,
little
like,
after.
so,
I got
High school was like the
before.
beginning of Facebook.
No, because yeah. So what I mean, introduced to like our generation, because middle school is like, oh yeah, you like start finding girls that you want to date or like. For us, at least, like sixth
Yeah.
grade, seventh grade, eighth grade. Oh, this girl I wanted to be my girlfriend. Then like high school is when it's more serious.
Right.
At middle school time, unlimited texting was just becoming a thing. You know what I'm saying? So, I literally was walking around texting on a flip phone, trying to send messages, and I had like a message cap at the time too. And I was like on a shitty fucking T-Mobile phone. And it literally to the point where my dad's like, hey, like you're sending too many texts out. And that was the form of communication. Like it was texting. Then later on, MySpace was a thing. And then eventually Facebook. But that was like high school. Was
there like a lot of flirting with like Facebook or like texting? Like would you be using that as like a way to get a girlfriend or like a hookup?
Well, there was this crazy thing in my day called instant messenger.
Say aim is my hand in hand.
So like for us, we had instant messenger where like you could log into your instant messenger from like sites or something. I forgot, it's like Meebo or something like
You
that.
download the program itself and have it as like a little side piece.
Yeah, and that was like
Or you get AOL, which just took up your entire screen.
big time. So you could either like log in through a web browser and like IM people, but even then it's like you had a good day if the girl you liked logged on and sent you a message, like one message. But that's how it was. It was like a lot of communication and stuff I think was in person. Like you had to like talk to them in school, follow up on AIM. It was like a procedure.
Like for us, it's now just like you can find people from anywhere. Like literally.
That's interesting too. Yeah.
Like from my experiences, like I've had people from like Franklin Square and like places like far away from like where I live.
Yeah.
And like they're like, yo, like I think you're so cute, like you're so pretty, like let's like hang out, like let's talk more. And like it's very just one-sided. I feel like it's like no one actually wants that interaction anymore.
That's interesting. Yeah, no, because even us, like, you didn't really date outside your school district because you couldn't get there. There's no, like...
And also, if you did, nobody believed you.
That's true.
She goes to another school. No, she doesn't.
Yeah, no.
Exist.
Because back then, here's the other thing. There's no Uber, right? If a girl lived in another town, you're either going to have a parent drive you or take a train. And your parent's not going to let you take the train by yourself when you're, like, super young, like middle school, you know?
That is true.
So... we can't, I'm just going to hop into an Uber, visit someone, or, hey, they have their car, they're driving to this district. It was very much like, I'm dating someone in my school. It's very limited scope. It's like way more limited. It's very funny.
Like, it only got very much more like open radius for me, like when I was able to start driving. So like when I was able to start driving, I could go out places more and like do other things. And would I be lying to my parents being like, I'm gonna go to a friend's house, but I don't.
Yeah, you still had like the sneaking out moments and stuff.
Yeah, but like it's a lot different, I feel like now.
Yeah, if I had to sneak out, I had to be able to walk to the place and walk home.
Because now I realize we have access to Tinder, so like we can find whoever the hell we want from Tinder and just go meet up with them.
So even before my wife, I didn't have a relationship that was like less than a year. Almost all my relationships were like a year. So I never...
How many relationships did you have before your wife?
Probably like 8, something like that.
How?
So,
Wait, does that look on your face mean that's a low number or a high number?
I mean... okay, that's pretty good compared to like Ian and Heather. Like I feel like Ian only had like
1, 2.
He had he had at least I guess you can technically say like him and Nicole were like at least 3, and like him coming from that 3 and Heather coming from like being more. Being more. Like it's very different because like I don't know, because like they're also high school sweethearts. Yeah,
that's true. It's a fair point. I mean, it's weird because like I was saying, I was never really on dating apps, and the only time I was is like I used to log into Matt's to help him be on the dating app, but that was like my full experience on dating apps, and I still to this day don't understand it. Like I don't. Yeah, I fucking hate it. I really do. I much rather prefer like, I wouldn't even want to go to a bar though to meet someone. The easiest way is if you're outside of high school, like way out. I'm sorry. The easiest time to like meet people was probably high school, college. Sorry to say.
That is true.
Because like now you have to seek out, go to bar, hope someone who's like you's at the bar, or you have to go on this app and hope someone that like has the same traits as you. Oh, fine, like we matched on like we both like Game of Thrones and Harry Potter, but this person's a fucking asshole.
Well, also realize I've found like some decent men on these apps.
The men, yeah.
Like they weren't assholes, but like they also weren't like.
But see,
They
that's
weren't
your
something.
that's your experience, because I have another friend who was like almost every person they met on the dating apps were assholes,
That is true.
and they're like, oh, like every person just wants to hook up and leave.
Now, yes, that's also another thing. But you also have to have the mindset of going into this with like, all right, you're on Tinder.
Yeah.
I'm not on here because no guy is going to actually want to take the time to get to know me. They just want me for my body.
Is that
so
Tinder exclusive? Because there's other dating apps, right? Are they all very
I've
much
only-
like, I want to sneak into your panties and go home with you? Or
Literally, yeah. Like I've only really
new dating app names, Panty Sneak. That's
I've
it.
only really like dipped
Release
my
it.
toe into Tinder,
Mhm.
but like even on there, like it's just you have to go in with like, all right, no guy actually wants to take their time to get to know you,
Okay.
and you'll have to go sift through like 30 people just to find that one that will actually take the time to be like, oh hey, like how was your day? Like
How do you sit? Do you?
yeah, it's a lot of laughs.
Okay.
A lot of laughs. You gotta- for me though, a guy, right for me all the time.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of guys I know are just like, okay, if someone matches with me, then I will vet them
Yeah.
afterwards. it's
That is
it's like a hiring process.
But also realize there are some guys who like don't even get like a chance on there,
100%. Yeah, definitely makes sense.
and like they're not even like
I think most of the guys on there probably don't get a solid chance because
because the hotter ones will always end up because now it's based on your picture. It's
yeah,
not
it's literally
based on,
appearance
like,
only.
It's not based on your personality or like how you like go about doing things.
No, see that's a confusing concept to me too, because like I'm not a looker. I'm like the funny guy. I charm people by being funny to someone.
Mm-hmm.
So like me on that app, it's like a fish in a shark infested water. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. So how does a funny guy make their approach and like reach the high ranks?
And that's the thing, like, yeah, let's say you were to, like, go on, you would find a girl, you would,
Yeah.
like, start out with, like, a funny, like, pickup line, like, a girl will look at that and will be like, what the fuck? And then just
So there's no
disregard it.
hope? Like what do other people do?
Like, it's,
I see, that's the thing. Like
It's
even
a
for
lot
back in,
of-
I literally think back in my day it was probably way easier because
it literally was.
you were around people, and for the most part, you got that experience, that exposure.
Yeah,
So-
because it's...
No, that's interesting. That's a very, and that's crazy how the dating topic can really go deep down that rabbit hole. But talking more about like school and how dating was, right? What do school dances mean to you?
They were shit.
Okay, how so?
Because if you didn't have a date, you looked like you... Well, actually, let me...
hmm
In my mind, at first, I thought, oh my god, I don't have a date. Like, this is the end of the world. Like, I need
Yes.
a date. Like, I need a man to actually, like, look presentable with me and, like, do all this. But then I, like, realized, and I was like, yo, there are so many people who don't have dates with this thing. Like, let me be, like, a
100%.
hot single chick.
Round of applause for personal growth.
Thank you. Thank you.
You can turn off I Need a Hero. You can
And
stop
like
playing.
even still, like, I mean, for me, like school dances, the only two that we really had were
Mhm.
kind of a little shitty because of like the coronas.
Oh, yeah. What the fuck? So how does that work? Because what, you had prom and banquet?
So we had prom in April, and then
Okay.
2 months after was banquet.
Cool. Yeah.
So literally prom, it was so bad. So bad. I wish I could
Okay.
go back and literally change everything.
Were you in like giant bubbles? Like, did you have to be bubble boys?
No,
rolling around?
so what happened was is they got very lenient with their little mask little thing, but like
Okay.
they scared us. They scared us into being like, you need to wear masks, like you need to get a COVID test, you need to do all of this
Mhm.
in order to go. We get there, it's almost like a free-for-all. We were actually supposed to be at Bubbles. There was actually the dance floor.
I want to see that.
The dance floor was split into like 6 like
6 feet spaces.
yeah.
Bro,
and, like you
that's
had
amazing.
to like
This
each
is my
table,
dancing box.
Yeah, each table had to go into their own dancing box.
Yeah,
I
that's
swear to
literally
God.
square dancing. Do not leave the square.
And we had 2 different prompts. There was a group A and a group B.
What the fuck? Oh, that's so funny.
So
dude.
it wasn't even our whole school together.
So how do you make sure that you went with your friends?
You had to hope and pray you all went in at the same time and you got that same table.
That sucks, dude.
And now, but also realize, for me, at
For me-
first, my friends didn't want to go.
Okay.
So I
yeah.
went with my other group of friends.
Okay.
And biggest mistake I've ever made. Because that group just decided that they were more of like the popular ones. And I thought, oh yeah, let me go with the popular ones. Like, let me go to Seaside. Like, let me do all this fun things. Meanwhile, like, in the back of my mind, all I wanted to do was spend it with the close people that I have and like make those memories with them. But instead, you know, my dumbass went to Seaside. That was scary. Never want to go back.
People were going to Seaside when I was in school too. It was very much the same thing. Although like school dances.
Well, also you.
What I do.
Was it your group? It was either your group or my brother's group. But one of you two were the ones who fucked it over for Seaside and made prom not be on Friday anymore.
Oh, that was your brother's group.
Yes.
Yeah.
It happened from our group to your brother's group, if that makes you feel better. Didn't stop. But yeah, no, they're like, no, you can't have that. Yeah, we definitely had it on like the
And
Friday.
they even say like, this isn't a school function event. Like we don't
Yeah.
Every time there's a Seaside, something really fucked up happens.
Oh, I was at your brother's prom.
Yes, you were.
I was at 3 proms.
Yes, you
I went to 3 proms. And I did see the growth amongst each one. So I went to my prom, and then I was dating someone who was like a year younger than me, went to their prom, and then I was dating someone else who was a little younger than me, went to their prom. So I went to 3 proms. Prom's always like a rave. It didn't feel like the traditional, even further back before my day, where it's like, oh, dancing with your partner and enjoying the prom. It's like, no, it's like people just on the dance floor, like packed like sardines.
Like it felt like it was so like it didn't feel like we were together. Like, you know how
because you're in 6 feet dance squares. You weren't together.
No one ended up, you know, following that because we're teenagers. But like it felt like it wasn't like very inclusive. Like it felt like, all right, here's this clique, here's that clique, there's this clique.
That existed back in my day too.
And like it all depended upon what clique you were in. And if you were in that good clique, then you had the time of your life. But if you weren't and you were like in the middle, you had no one, you were like, you felt like, I just want to leave. Like, I just want to get out of here.
Yeah, from my experience, that ends in college. Because everyone in college, like when you go to college, they're like, oh shit, someone I know. Like, they don't care anymore, like what clique they were in.
That is
If they
true.
recognize you, they're literally like, friend, you're friend now.
Like I can actually like see that. Like a lot of like people that like I went to high school with, I can like see that. Like, oh wow, these two became friends. Like not even like thinking that like they never even talked to each other. Like, and now they're like besties. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah. So before we go to an ad break, I just want to talk about 2 quick things. One, do you know what a Sadie Hawkins dance is?
That's from like Utah. Am I wrong?
So a Sadie Hawkins dance
It's
is...
like it's from Utah. It's when the girl has to ask the
Yes,
guy.
correct. Did that start in Utah? Or is it only in Utah now?
I don't know.
Utah's the only place where the guys still have to ask the girls unless there's a Sadie Hawkins dance.
I do watch
down here in Utah.
I do watch like a lot of like little Utah vloggers.
What? You just you're just chilling watching Utah people?
Yeah.
Doing what? What kind of vlog?
Just like daily vlogs of their lifestyle. It's my like guilty pleasure. No one knows about it.
Just YouTube
Yeah.
Utah people.
No,
She
I watch these
searches
specific
Utah and just
people.
goes
It's
goes
the
off.
Leroys. Shout out to them.
The what?
The Leroys.
Leroy.
I don't know. I find them really
Get
cool.
back on the deck, Leroy.
But like because I watch all these people, like I
Mhm.
see like how like they do their dances, and it's so weird compared.
Is it more traditional?
Yeah, almost.
That's interesting. So if you guys
Like,
want to have a traditional
literally,
experience, go to
like,
Utah.
I feel like Utah is very traditional, very like. Knock knock knock.
Aren't the
Hi
Mormons in
Dad,
Utah?
can I date your daughter?
Aren't the Mormons in Utah?
Yes.
Salt Lake City,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah, so that makes sense. That's why. That's why they still have. Are you watching a Mormon vlogger? Oh, we nailed it. That's it. Case closed.
Actually, one of them is. One of them like isn't that Mormon.
Okay. And then the other thing before we go to ad, fuck is a promposal. Did not exist back when I was a kid.
I can't tell ya because I didn't have one.
But you know what it is, no?
No.
And you're like, I refuse. It's like, didn't happen to me. You can fuck off.
Proposals are stupid.
Okay, good. Hey,
Stupid.
we agree. Fuck yeah. Coming to a common ground.
Oh God.
Sean's like, I gotta get back to that fucking
You
mic.
can't even say anything. You didn't propose to me.
Yeah.
'Cause
But
he's-
I did propose, so I ended up proposing to somebody else.
Let's hear it. Let's hear
So
it.
basically, a proposal is you're basically getting a board and you're making a pun out of something that the person likes, right?
Oh, okay.
So basically, the person that I was proposing to liked elephants. So I didn't even. It was something so dumb, but it was like it would be elephantastic if you went to prom. Something just stupid.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I went to
If you were to propose to me now, what would you propose to me
I
as?
have no idea. Maybe.
Why don't you talk me to the dance? Throw Utah in there. Utah me to the
There
dance.
I want to sneaky link you to prom.
Yeah. We're gonna have a farty. Get it? Yeah.
Hey.
I think prom proposals are
Wait,
sweet.
Lafferty? Wait, because my last name's Lafferty, or
Because you farted.
I'm gonna hold that because my last name's Lafferty.
All right, guys, we're gonna go to an ad break, and then we'll talk a little bit more about February love, dating, and all that shit. So see you guys in a little bit.
Bye.
This episode is sponsored by Raze Energy and Vertagear.
Oh, wait,
We're going. Yeah, go. You got this. Go.
but I don't.
You're talking about Raze Energy now.
Okay, Raze Energy. If you have energy like me, then get your Raze Energy.
Wait, are you saying?
I don't know.
What did you just say? What did you? If you don't have energy like me, get Raze Energy.
If you want energy like me, get Raze Energy now.
Yeah, so guys, you guys can go to repsports.com or spacezamboni.com/raise, and you could enter coupon code SPACEZAMBONIE. You get a percentage off your order, and you can have a bunch of different products. They got pre-workout, they got just regular energy drinks, and they got a whole bunch of different frickin' flavors. It's ShamWow amazing.
Don't they have like the birthday cake or something?
Birthday cake? I don't think so, no.
No, we were talking. What was it? Passion fruit?
Nope. You guys are just try it out for yourself. Go to. They even have a store locator. You could type it in and literally find a store that has it and go to the store and drink the energy. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Or order it online.
Yeah, you can do either one. Regardless, check it out and enjoy it. It's amazing. Our other
Gives you
sponsor
energy.
is Vertagear. Dan, how do you feel in that Vertagear chair, baby? He said pretty damn comfy. He's away from the mic, but he definitely said pretty damn comfy. I'll boost it. I'll boost the levels.
Pretty damn comfy.
Hell
My chair is a
yeah,
Vertagear
baby,
chair.
yeah. I wish we all had Vertagear chairs, but you know, for the sake of this curtain,
I want to be pretty damn comfy.
you can be pretty damn comfy. You know how you can be pretty damn comfy?
By sitting
Oh
on
my
Dan.
God, I
Go to
get it.
spacezamboni.com/Vertagear. You can check out the chairs they have there. They have the P line, S line, Sugar line, and so many other different comfortable chairs. It's very cool. It's got the back support, lumbar, and it's not as shitty as a folding chair. It's really cool. You definitely check it out. So,
The arms move.
spacezamboni.com/Vertagear will take you straight
Right
there.
now.
Hell yeah. Much love, guys, and we're going to be going back to the podcast. You cool with that?
I guess.
Or you want to just be on the ad break forever?
Ad break.
We'll just keep going. No, okay, let's go back to the podcast. Guys, welcome back to Back in My Day. It's actually been a pretty crazy conversation. I didn't expect to go so deep into the
Dating. world.
dating. Yeah, like talking that much and that deep about it. It's not that deep, I don't think, right?
It really is. It really is that
It's not that deep. No, it actually
really
fucking is. Shut the hell up, Alex. So back in my day, we were talking about the different websites. There's a website called My Yearbook, and I think that was the closest thing we had to like Tinder back in my day, because basically you'd log in. It's people from different schools. They all show up. They say what school they're from, and you could like link and connect to people and like start talking to people. The problem with that website is that young little Alex only matched with guys, and I did not set up to do that, but every single time it'd be like, you matched with these next 10 men. I'm like, well, that's fantastic for them. I don't know. So that was could be, I don't know, but definitely when I was searching, I wasn't doing that. I wasn't looking for it. But when I talked to John about it too, she said, yeah, the same kind of thing happened to her, where it was like they just matched you with anybody. It wasn't so much like
because like now you can like you have the choice. You're like, well, if you're this, like, and it's very like inclusive now. It's like you put like whatever gender you are, like whatever you identify as, and like it will match you with people that will do the same for you.
Yeah, no, what you're saying makes sense. And being inclusive, I think, is super important. I think even for the dating world, because a lot of people have to understand their sexuality, period, to go into the dating world.
Literally.
So, because I think
some are gay.
Well, we've come into the age where there's so many different, like, there's words for things, you know? When back in my day, we didn't have words for everything. It's like, oh, that guy likes guys and girls, but he's also feels this way or whatnot. Mm-hmm. And we're like, okay. And now they have like, pansexual, bisexual, transgender. And this is something people are saying at home. Yeah. It's not like, okay, not to out my household or how things were at home, but that, like, any of that stuff, not accepted back at my house. Like, it took a long time for everyone in my house to understand all the different, like...
See, because, like, now it's me growing up, like, my parents always would say, like, I guess because of, like, the rest of my family, how, like, most of my family, like, we are very, like, inclusive, like, we don't discriminate, like, my parents would be like, hey, like, if you want to do this, and if you want to like these people, you go right ahead, we will always support you. Mm-hmm. And, like, luckily, I'm not. But it was very nice to know that, you know, they accepted me. And, like, I feel like that was a big thing back in, like, the olden days where, like, you had to keep this a secret because, like...
Big time, yeah.
You didn't want these people to be like, oh, my God, no, like, you're this, like, you gotta get kicked out. Like, there's very, like, many, like, movies and, like, stuff like that will, like, show, like, how that lifestyle, like, you would end up being, like...
Yeah, like Brokeback Mountain. I literally, like, killed a guy. Brokeback Mountain? You're like the movies back then. They talked about how it was. I'm like, Brokeback Mountain. You're like, hey? It's like one of the most prolific.
No, but like even like shows that like I watch now, like they'll be like sending these kids to like go get like these therapies to like get them to change, but like you can't change who you are. Like you need to just like you need to be true to yourself.
I think my dad would literally be like, "Don't wear pink. It's gay." I'm like, that's like such a trope, man. Like. So stupid. It's so stupid to think that way. And then, like, oh, you got to play with these toys. You got to like Transformers. Yeah. No, you can't like My Little Pony. Like, all this different stuff. Like, I couldn't have an Easy Bake Oven. All I wanted was an Easy Bake Oven and a password tech journal. The two things. That's it. You know how cool it was, bro? The girl's talking like, stay away, Bobby. The journal like fucking flips open. And she's like, yes, of course you do. Of course you do.
I did. Oh my
That's all I wanted, dude. All I wanted was a fucking...
You got to write in like, what's that thing called?
Invisible ink. No.
And you had the little black light and you like would click it and it would go up and you would see, I miss those days.
My dad's like, you get gack. I'm like, I don't want gack. I don't want slime. And it's like, no, that's what you get.
That was a stocking stuffer for us.
Gack?
Yeah.
Or the password tech journal. It's like, wonder what that is. Just shoved in the stocking. It's like,
the gack from Nickelodeon.
Yeah, like slime and stuff. Yeah, so there's a few other things I wanted to talk about. I do have a weird story about texting. in terms of like dating and stuff.
Whatever it says just really scares me, and I really am scared to hear.
Wait, what do you mean?
Weird texting stories.
Yeah. What's when you're dating people in your current day and age? Like,
Oh god, I gotta get comfortable with this.
I'll go through my process, right? Okay, I met this girl at school. I like her. She's cool. I want to talk to her. Free period, lunch period. Hang out with her. Gym. Cut gym. Hang out at the cafeteria because we don't have the same period and life's hard. Okay, we got to know each other. Hey, we should hang out. Okay, getting there, dating. Cool. Texting more. That, I genuinely think, was the process for most people. What do you think, Dan? Genuinely, like, basically...
I'm gonna be honest.
Where we're referring to dating?
Yeah, just dating.
I am not the person to talk to. Nope. Skip me.
Okay. I will make an executive decision and say that's generally the... Okay, cool. I got
From what I've heard, that's how it goes.
So, yeah. So, then the person you're texting the most is usually the person you're dating. So... I guess snapping.
Well, yeah. If you and them are like number one best friends, that kind of means you're dating.
Okay.
But sometimes you lose it, and then you make it feel like you're not dating anymore.
So, have you ever sent like a snap to the wrong person?
Boy, oh golly, I have.
Okay, so I'm guessing you sending a snap to the wrong person is probably not as bad as me texting the wrong person.
Oh no, it was pretty bad.
Okay, what's your story then?
So back at my old job, one of like my coworkers, I guess really thought I was cool. So he wanted to add me on Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
And like it just happened like that it was either like that day or like the day before, and it was like still like pretty like up and close in like my recents.
Okay.
And I was having a conversation with one of my best friends about like the guy I was talking to and like the sex life part about it. And I was telling her how, like, yeah, like, I went to the doctor today because, like, I thought I had a UTI because, like, I forgot to pee after we had sex. And I sent it to my coworker. And, like, I am shitting my pants. I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I don't know what to do at this moment. Like, I can't go back to work. Like, they literally just saw that I have a UTI and how...
He just texts back, drink cranberry.
No, the best thing was he was like, well, if you want to talk about it, we can. And I'm like,
yo, dude.
Oh, my
Holy
God.
Shit. Oh, my God, dude.
And, like, luckily, like, he wasn't even, like... I wasn't even, like, that, like, friendly with him at work, too. So it was very weird.
Holy crap. Yeah, so...
So did I beat you?
Yeah, of course you beat me, dude. What the fuck? Your story's fucked. Well, I was dating this girl for like 2-3 years, right? And I heard a song on the radio. I was driving back.
I didn't know you only dated for like 1 year max.
No, I said at least a year.
At least.
Usually, yes. Like some people...
Oh,
there's exceptions. Yeah.
At
So,
least
yes.
yeah.
At least me. Yeah, the correct. So I was dating her for like 2+ years at the time. I'm in college, and my college professor gave us his number so we could text him. So I'm here thinking, I'm texting lyrics to my girlfriend of this song that reminds me of her. And I click send, and my psychology professor says, I don't think that was meant for me. So I'm like, oh, fucking A. Like, this guy's... I get to class the next fucking day. I'm like, how is he going to bring this up? What is he going to do? And he starts talking about the people's psychology into like songs they like and stuff. And he goes, Alex, why don't you come to the top of the front of the class and sing your favorite song?
Oh, no.
And he literally would not stop until I got up and sang Don't Stop Believing for the whole fucking class. I wanted to fucking shoot myself.
But no. Out of all the
That's not the song I picked. He picked it for me. He's like, why don't you don't Stop Believing? Go ahead. Everyone knows that one. No one joined in. Not a single fucking person in the class.
What song were the lyrics?
I don't remember.
You don't remember? You don't want to tell?
No, I seriously don't remember. If I did, I would 100% out myself. But no, I just can't. And songs. Let's not even get into songs yet. Songs are so different from when I was younger.
Speaking about teachers, though.
Yeah.
Teachers now like I follow a lot of teachers on TikTok, and like they'll always like come up on my For You page, and like when they're like doing like their little seating charts now, they'll find like, okay, this one and this one, like I feel like they're gonna be like a couple, so they'll like put them together.
There's no way this is true.
I swear to God.
There's no fucking way
because
this
literally
is
it happened to me. Too bad I was.
What do you mean?
So
The teacher went, Maggie, let me put her next to...
Junior year, I was in my forensics class, and there was a
high school friends?
Yeah, we were pretty cool.
Damn.
So
you were in your forensics class?
Oh, we were in my forensics class, and I told this teacher, I was like, yeah, like luckily, like we were pretty close to this teacher at the time, and so we were like, yeah, like I really like this guy, like somehow like we gotta like get him to like do something. So he was like, all right, I got you. He made like a group project, put us together.
This was your request.
That's self-inflicted.
This is you requested it.
All right, yeah, that's true. All right, that's
he wasn't playing matchmaker. He wasn't.
Well, but some teachers do play matchmaker. Some of them do.
One example of where he actually just straight up played matchmaker. Any teacher.
Show your work.
Yeah, show your work. You can't. There's no way.
Well,
No fucking way.
In English class, they put me and my friend over there together, and he tried to talk to me, but I didn't like him. So
Okay. Maybe he talked to the teacher, and he also got it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Did you wanted to sit with me, didn't you? Oh.
You were a really loud
Dan, can you say what he said? Because I don't think they're gonna be able to hear it. I just want it to be heard.
He didn't request to sit next to her because she was a really loud breather. That's okay.
And it would bug him out.
Were you like Darth Vader? Just literally. Holy fucking shit! That's amazing. You're not doing it now. You've been pretty good. I don't think. Maybe I'll look back at the tape, and the whole tape's gonna be. But I doubt it.
Nice to know that that's what he thought of me.
You were allowed. What can he say? You were a loud breather. Dan, can you give me the mouse? I want to show. So, I think the best example to show like how things were when I was growing up were like the shows that were on TV about dating. Like, is there anything on TV now?
Yeah.
Like what?
Too Hot to Handle. Love Is Blind.
Oh, Fuckboy Island.
Yeah.
Oh yes. These are the shows nowadays.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's a perfect example. Yeah. So Love Is
The
Blind
Bachelor?
is fucked though, dude. The Bachelor was still back when I was there. It was like they had this other show though. It's called Average Joe. Have you seen or heard of that show?
Is it Average Joe like the one of the dodgeball players?
There you go. Cool. So Average Joe was a show about a guy who was pretending to be a millionaire. He's pretending that he had money, but he actually was poor. So the whole dating show is pretty much The Bachelor, but instead it was just this basic guy. He was like a farmer or something, and they're like, he's got money. No, he doesn't. Ha. It's kind of like very much like The Bachelor.
We also had like what was that show?
What am I typing?
Flavor of Love or whatever with Flavor.
I was thinking that too. I was also thinking of Next. Do you remember Next?
I don't remember Next.
Hold on, let me get you.
Old Spice.
Old people. We're gonna search old people. All right, I'm gonna search MTV Next.
Oh.
Have you seen? You were doing good. Don't worry, you were doing great. So this is here you go. It doesn't want me to click it. Just click that first one. So this was a show 2005 to 2008, and it was basically kind of like how dating was approached or like shown to us.
Come on now.
And you could see that it's like old timey just from the fucking hair on the guy.
What?
Yeah, so the concept of the show is that they have like these girls on here or guys, and when you're done with the date, you go next, and then the next girl or guy shows up. This is what they showed us for dating, dude. Also, yeah, there was a lot of shit like. Your face is priceless. So, what I'm trying to show you is the fucking where I think your age is way more like everyone's hot. You got to find the hot guy. It's like, oh, whatever. It's a lot of looks and visual shit. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
You can't even call it personality. It's like such blatant misogyny and like wacky shit,
so
dude.
Gross.
It's so fucking wild.
Well, okay. Have you seen like what Cody Ko has been doing?
I love Cody Ko.
Watching. Hold on, let me find it. He was watching some show that was almost exactly like this.
That was the Canadian show, right? I forgot what was the name of that show.
Was it that Canadian show?
Yeah, I think he was looking at some Canadian show. There's also Room Raiders, which is another crazy fucking show. Basically, you had a bunch of guys in a truck, and they would like, oh, we kidnapped you from your home, and now we're going to send a girl to your house, and she's going to look at your bedroom, and she's going to decide if she wants to date you based on your bedroom.
That's terrifying.
Meanwhile, now it's like, six-pack? Got you. Welcome to the show. Also, Curtis Connor has done... he might have even done Room Raiders. I think he did a video on Room Raiders.
It was where this parental control.
Oh yeah! Oh my god!
Yeah.
But that's like that's like another show too.
Like I watched like that episode and I was like, oh my god, that's disgusting.
Yeah, but that show is like super fucking scripted too. So
Yeah.
For parental control, what they do is like your mom picks a spouse for you, and your dad picks a spouse for you, like a person to date, and then
you
you
also
have to
have
decide.
your original girlfriend.
You have to decide if you want your original girlfriend or the people that your parents chose for you.
And like there was one episode where the girlfriend's just like, well, if he knows better, he'll definitely pick me.
Yeah, and then
And I'm like, what am I watching?
yeah. But see, that's dating shows back in our day. For
Like-
some reason. Like, that's what people wanted to encapsulate with dating.
I guess
You good?
now dating we're like very inclusive. We're very like, all right, we'll try
Very
you.
inclusive? Fuckboy Island is very inclusive? Which one of you is not a fuckboy? Oh, maybe it's the guy that looks like the Pillsbury Doughboy. I wonder.
Because he's fat.
Oh yeah, it's which one's not the fat and funny one? It's definitely that guy's not a fuckboy. Get him out of here.
It's so sad.
Let's be real, man.
It is true though.
I think Love is Blind is probably more.
Yes,
that's more inclusive.
Love is Blind is like I think
Because that is like you're sitting, you know nothing about them except like what they say to you. But
Yeah.
This is literally the plot for like Idiocracy, though, where like all the dumb people just breed because it's all based on looks, and all the smart people who just aren't that good looking
Yeah.
just die off.
Take a look at the SAT scores, see how they do. Look into
I
the
never took
future.
an SAT.
You didn't take the SATs?
No.
Choice? By choice?
No.
A lot of colleges don't need it now.
Did you do the ACTs?
No.
What did you do? What do colleges use now?
Because we had COVID.
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 We had COVID.
We had COVID.
Wait, so what do colleges use now? They don't use that?
nothing.
Nothing? They just
Grades.
go, they do a vibe check.
They do, yeah.
You pull up, they're like, all right, you cool.
It's based by
Smoke
looks
this joint.
now.
Yeah.
If you look like
we noticed you didn't
yeah.
pass the joint.
No. You're blonde. You've got blue eyes. Yeah, you could be a sorority girl. You're in.
Damn.
Man, I hope the fat and funny guys all have their own.
They will. They'll make their own college.
The fat and funny guys will have their day. We need a new. That just needs to be an MTV
Yeah,
show.
when all the
Fat and
guys-
funny.
There's like a movie, The Acceptance or something, where like they make their own.
Oh,
college.
accepted. Yeah.
They make their own college for like the little dweebs.
What was the? Oh my god, they had a South Herman Institute of Technology. Shit, that's what it was.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I had
I
Louis
don't wanna
C.K.
go there.
No, not Louis C.K. Had
Wasn't it Bill Burr?
no, had the other guy, older guy, funny old guy,
Oh, Louis Black.
Louis Black.
You're right.
Thank you.
You're right. He was the dean.
Yes.
I love that movie.
And he was like tripped out. The guy blows shit up with his mind. Did you watch it?
Okay, so Snapchat.
Did you just know it, but you didn't watch it? You gave me the movie. I'm like, oh my god, yes. And you're like, I don't fucking know what that is.
Oh wait, we're still talking about the same movie.
Yes. Where are you? What are you?
I don't know. I wasn't paying too much attention. It was one of those movies like you put on, you Netflix and chill. Get it? Because we're going right into our next subject.
Okay, yeah. If that's your desperate attempt to transition, that's fine. So.
Yeah, it was one of those movies you put on for Netflix and chill. You watch a little bit of it, you get the concept, and then you do the deed.
Okay. So, I think Netflix and chill back in my day was going to the movies.
Well, now it's...
Like, we're going to go to the movies. Let's watch a movie together. And then, there's actually a really funny movie story. I went to see Transformers in theaters, like the first one. I went with, like, my friends and stuff. And there was a guy in the back. We just hear, like, and we're like, what the fuck is he doing? So when the cars were showing up on screen, he was actually jerking off in the back to the cars. So this guy...
What the fuck?
Yeah. So... Oh. I get why Netflix and chill is preferred, because there's no old guy jerking off in the back to cars.
Whatever.
Unless there is. Grandpa, no! So,
Ew. I can just, like, see it happening. Like, imagine just, like, turning around.
I tried not to see it happening. It was weird, dude. Very strange. But, so, I'll go through the process back in my day. You tell me how it is now, all right? Girl you're dating or want to date. Hey, you want to see a movie? Yeah, sure. Let's see a movie together. What do you want to watch? Guy, shittiest movie available. What's the shittiest movie on the schedule? Let's see. The Hunger Games or something. No, she'll pay attention to the Hunger Games. Fuck. The Babysitter. Let's watch The Babysitter. Or Tooth Fairy. That looks really good. She's like, oh, that's weird. This is a shitty movie. Why?
I literally just named all of my favorite movies, but
You couldn't even talk about Accepted.
I can talk about The Tooth Fairy with Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Shit, she's gonna pay attention to the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah, just Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
So yeah, you pick a shitty movie and then you go to the theater, and the hope is that it'll start with, oh, let's count shoulders, 1, 2, 3, 4, or which. If you were a pirate, which shoulder would your parrot go on? This one or this one? Or
the yawn.
Or maybe you're normal and you just go.
I know.
Like, who's to say? Who's to say what'll happen? And then the hope is that you'll make out throughout the whole movie and not pay attention and waste $15.
Did you ever strategize the time and everything?
I've strategized handholds.
Because I literally researched
oh no,
what days have the least amount of people
like that?
in the theater.
No.
So it always have to be a Wednesday or a Thursday, and we'd have to sit all the way in the back so nobody could see us make out.
That's really funny. No, so I would just do, okay, weekday, we should be fine as long as it's not towards the weekend. Shitty movie, good, let's go. I watched National Treasure on Christmas Day. And then we sat down and we started watching the movie. I was like, oh, okay, this is not a date. Then it ended and I went, was that a date? She was like, no. I was like, okay. Just making sure. But yeah. Aww. National Treasure Christmas Day. I was like, Mom, Dad, please. They're like, why? I'm like, it's with a girl. They're like, good. My dad's like, don't wear pink.
Dad was like, why does he want to watch this shitty movie?
Yeah. My dad knew the strategy, dude. He's the one that probably told me. Let's be real. So, now, what's the Netflix and chill experience?
Yo, what do you want to watch? I don't know. You can pick. All right. An hour goes by. Can't pick anything out. Then he's just like, oh, fine. We'll just watch Rick and Morty. Okay.
You're full of shit. Rick and Morty is not on Netflix. My fucking juvenile brain knows that. You can't find Rick and Morty on Netflix,
Hulu
you fucking
chill.
liar.
Hulu and chill. Fine.
What are you watching?
Solar.
Okay, BoJack Horseman is on Netflix.
Wait, are you talking about the solar gospel thing?
Solar
opposites?
No.
Wait,
What's solar gospel?
No, Midnight Gospel.
What the fuck is that?
Oh my god, it's so cool. It's so cute. All right, but that's besides the point. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, sure.
Let me finish my reenactment.
Okay, yeah.
So then she'll be like, all right. And then, get like 5 minutes in. She's like, I don't want to watch this.
Uh-huh.
Then you turn it off and you spend like a little 20 more minutes. Oh, fine. The movie I lost my virginity to, Starch and Husky.
Starsky and Hutch?
Hutch.
No!
Starch and Husky.
That's my dad's like favorite show. My dad. It's a
It
show.
was a
first.
show long before that.
And then,
Oh God.
and then you start making out, and then you ask, "Do you got a condom?" And then if they usually say no, because they're allergic to latex, then you're like, "All right, well, I'm going home then." But then sometimes they'll have the condom, and then they'll make a move, or you could just be like, no one makes a move, and you're just awkwardly just watching a movie together.
That's
Like The Wolf of Wall
why does
Street.
that sound enjoyable to me? Also, like, I don't want to just fuck during a movie. Sometimes I'd like
yeah.
to watch a movie. That's why when someone says like Netflix and chill, I can't imagine just being like, let's put on this show so I can not pay attention and fuck you. It's like, no, more than likely, if we're gonna watch a show, I'll be like, is it a long show? How many seasons? Like, are we gonna
this
have
is
to
the
binge
thing.
it after? Oh,
Like-
great, we had sex. Can we rewind? I want to know what's happening in the next episode.
Like sometimes I wish like I could like know what their intentions are.
Mhm.
Because
Have
like,
you ever tried like communicating, like talking?
that's really scary. Like our
No, what? Okay, go.
like
go.
our first date, like
Jesus,
we put on The Wolf of Wall Street, and like I wasn't
it's
really
a great
paying-
movie. Wolf of Wall Street is a fantastic movie.
He hated me because I wouldn't watch it, and like I wouldn't like sit myself down
Yeah.
because like I was expecting like he's gonna like make a move on me like at any moment, so like I need to be prepared.
Yeah.
And then he never ended up
Yeah, I'll sit in your
making
lap and watch the whole movie, dude. I won't even talk during it. Let's do it.
Okay, but then I came around and I watched it with him.
Okay.
I
Did you like it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Do you think perhaps if you...
I mean, was it because Leonardo DiCaprio was in it and like he's really attractive? Maybe, but
Okay.
Jonah Hill, oof, even
Is
better.
it, you say even better with Jonah Hill?
Yeah, I love
Man,
Jonah.
fat funny guys are going to make it, huh? They do have a chance. That's really funny, dude.
But yeah, like
Is every Netflix and chill have to be a fuck experience? Because like, when
depends.
we went to the theaters, like you're not gonna fuck in the theater, and like everyone thinks they're gonna get a hand job or blow job, but that's not gonna happen
like a lot of the
unless I'm
time
wrong. Dan's like
like,
over here.
when you were younger, I feel like let's say like freshman year to like junior year,
Okay.
possibly senior year, like
Yeah.
you're gonna Netflix and chill. You're just gonna like make out, maybe
Okay.
suck a dick or something.
Okay.
But then like once you get like out of high
Fuck,
school,
dude.
it's like, well,
All gas, no brakes.
yeah, literally, it's like we're gonna pump and pump and pump until we can't pump no more.
My
Oh
God.
god, that was a lot, but you
Yeah,
know,
no.
you get what I mean. Like,
So
I
see,
feel like
for us, it wasn't based on your. It wasn't based on where you were at. It was based on like where your relationship's at. Like if you're just meeting a girl, more than likely you're not gonna just fuck them the first time you Netflix and chill,
well, you
unless
also
you're
have
on
to
Tinder.
You also have to realize you're now taking like at least like 2 or 3 days where you're nonstop talking to this girl.
Yes,
You're getting to like somewhat know her, not like extremely well.
you
but,
have an
like,
idea of who she is.
You
yeah.
get an idea. You know like what she likes, what she doesn't like, so then you can just immediately go right into fucking.
Oh no. No.
Like there's been multiple times where like I've literally hung out with a guy and he's already like, we'll do the 20-minute drive and he's like, I'm gonna go pull up in a parking lot. And then he hops in his back and just takes off his clothes and like, so
That's
like
like the
come
kind
and
of-
join.
I'm not trying to be rude, but that sounds like a movie SA scene. That doesn't sound like a normal
But that's the thing.
hookup.
That's
doesn't-
what happened.
That's crazy, dude. I feel like scummy people did that when we were in school.
They are scummy.
Like the but unless you
The
like
fuck boys.
yeah, like the asshole back in the day were like those jocks. But it's everybody. It's like anybody. So
even like the people you wouldn't think, like I made up with like a kind of a nerd, and like he was even ready for it.
hate the
and-
way you just said nerd. I what a nerd.
like a little nerd.
What's wrong with nerds, dude? Nerds are fine. Revenge of the Nerds.
But sometimes nerds are weird. Like he still tries to like get in my pants, and I'm like, no.
Ooh. It better not be him, bro. If you're calling him a nerd, bro, this is over.
Oh, baby. No one.
You'll talk after. Well, yo, I'm gonna help you hunt this guy down. Yeah. His house is gonna be TP'd and paintball. They're gonna go out and buy paintball guns.
Welcome to our new podcast.
Yeah.
Trust me, I really don't want anything to do with it.
Then don't. So, so that's the Netflix and chill experience. You feel is depending on what year of school you're in, you're either kissing or fucking.
No, okay, but no, that's a really big thing. It really depends upon what school you're in. Like, there are multiple school districts, I feel like, who do different things.
Okay.
Maggie, I feel like
Yeah. Okay.
Maggie, I feel like there's a lot of people in our school district that are not like fuckboys, but I feel like it just depends who you surround yourself by.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
You are right,
Like,
yeah.
if you fuck with one fuckboy, like 9 times out of 10 they're friends with another one, so then they're gonna communicate, then they're gonna try to make a move, you know what I mean? So then it becomes like a slippery slope.
You just described the show 13 Reasons Why.
And my 13th reason is a fuckboy.
Because that's what happens. Like, she gets involved with someone who's like kind of a fuckboy,
Yeah.
and then
Word
everyone's
goes
like,
around, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Then it's hard to find somebody.
I see.
To like that's actually not a fuckboy and wants a relationship because of like.
So then how the hell do I find you?
So do you think, from your opinion, like if someone was seeking it, they could find an experience closer to when I was in school?
Definitely, they just alright. I mean, honestly,
We get bored easily.
my view about it exactly. It's about like pleasure, right? You can either have short-term pleasure, right, and be known as somebody that like wants to go around like that, or you can wait and find that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's always that thing in your mind that you're not gonna find that person, which makes you want to do
Yeah, easy.
exactly
Yeah.
things that
That
just
makes
give you
sense. Yeah,
pleasure,
100%.
And then you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. No, that's great. That makes a lot of sense.
Alright, so he's got the brain I got. The looks, I guess.
But it's humor from your answers, Maggie. 'Cause if Sean was up here, we'd have too deep of a conversation. Gotta keep it funny. We'd be like, okay, so why is it?
We would turn into like a
I think she just had like a Jeff. I don't know. Turn into like a
Seth Rogen?
You're referring to Joe Rogan.
that one.
Oh god.
Joe Rogan.
The Joe Rogan
Joe Rogan
experience.
is not even. It's not that serious.
Oh.
It's not like
Yeah, even he's got like
he
comedy
does
stuff.
go in depth, but
Yeah.
it's
We
like,
can go in depth. Show. You put the penis in the
No, okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed this episode of
Wait,
Back
we're
in.
over?
Yeah, aren't we time? We're like way over time.
We're at 35 minutes.
Yeah, we're way over time.
Oh, I like talking.
But that's good. Well, you know what? We get to talk on the next episode. Yeah.
Episode.
So we kind of have a good transition into school if we want to talk about school next time, or we can talk about something completely fucking different. All right. You like disengaged. I'm like, the show's over. You're like, all right, fuck it. you like snap the button on your pants. Guys, thank you for watching this episode. If you made it to the end, congratulations. Welcome to the Zam fam. I hope you were entertained. Feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to the video. Anything you want to say? Closing remarks?
Thank you. Thank you for coming and listening to my TED Talks.
I notice a lot of people do shut down, and I'm like, now you have to say something. They're like,
Yo, literally, I don't like talking if it's just me.
yeah, your whole attitude changed. Guys, we'll see you next time. Much love. Peace out and
Follow me on
enjoy.
Instagram. Maggie Lafferty _